Hey guys, this is DeLorean, and today I want to give you some of the best productivity tips while working from home. So as you know, working from home has become very popular, and there's many reasons why somebody may want to work from home. It's less commute time, you don't have to buy work clothes, you can spend more time with your family, or if you're an introvert like me, working in an office, even with a bunch of people or even without a bunch of people, can be very draining. But let's be honest with ourselves here. Can you really be productive while working from home? Because there are a lot of distractions while working from home. I mean, just the refrigerator and all the snacks that you could go and grab and eat, that's totally a distraction, right? Well, today I'm here to prove that you can be productive while working from home, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it. But first, if you're looking for job leads that will allow you to work from home, whether that be full-time career positions or side hustles for some extra money, then start your remote job search by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. Before we get into the productivity tips for working from home, I'd like to give you some general remote work tips to get you just prepared to be able to work from home. My first tip for you is to designate an office space for working from home. This can be a room. Hopefully you have a room with a door on it, because having a door means that you can shut the door at the end of the day. This helps to keep work and personal life separate. And even though you're working from home, be sure to have an actual designated schedule for yourself and give this schedule to your employer, to your friends and family, so that they know that these are your specific working hours and these are the times that they can contact you or not contact you if it's, say, friends or family. And consistency with this schedule will help with your work-life balance. My second tip for working from home for you today is to create an ergonomic workspace or create an ergonomic work environment. You want to make sure, trust me when I say this, you want to make sure that you have an ergonomically comfortable office chair. Believe me when I tell you this, I went cheap when I first started working from home and bought a very cheap office chair, and my back hurt, my neck hurt. I was shuffling and shifting constantly because my chair was just completely uncomfortable. So definitely invest and get yourself a really nice, comfortable, ergonomic chair. Also, be sure to set up your computer screen and your desks so that it is at an angle and a height that is good for your neck and back. Otherwise, you will end up with neck and back pains. Keep your arms and wrists in the appropriate positions to avoid injuries. And there are plenty of ergonomic tips out there here on YouTube, or even if you just want to Google, so I'll let you search for those. I won't waste your time with that in this video, but make sure that you find ones that are best for you and your work from home office. My third tip for you for working from home is it's kind of silly, but wear regular work clothes even though you're working from home. It's definitely tempting to just wear pajamas all day long, but the thing that happens when you wear pajamas all day is that you start to get in the tired, sleepy mode, and a lot of times you'll start to be way too relaxed about your work responsibilities. Dressing as if you are going to a work office can help get you in the work mindset. My third tip for you for working from home is to learn to say no. So when you start working remotely, suddenly you will be very popular. And what I mean by this is that people know that you're at home, so they think that you are just at home doing kind of nothing. So you may start getting calls, say, from friends at all hours of the day, or you have a friend that wants you to come help them with their volunteer work that they're doing, a church event. You have family that comes and starts asking you to do things. And you have to keep in mind that just because you are home, you are still working. So it's essential to tell your friends and family that you are still working from home and you do have to start saying no to things. Of course, there is some flexibility with working from home, but if you say yes to everything, then you're not going to get anything done and you'll be much less productive. Which leads us right into how to be productive while working from home. The first tip that I'd like to give you for being productive while working from home is to have an organized workspace. A cluttered space is a cluttered mind, and clutter causes a ton of distractions. So keep your desk space clean and clutter-free. The next tip for staying productive while working from home is to remove all distractions. While you are working, turn off all electronic devices. If you have to have your phone with you at your desk, turn off the notifications, delete all the social media apps, things like that. And our phones, let's be honest, are very distracting. Identify any other distractions that you know will be a problem for you while you're working from home and find ways to limit them. My next tip for you is to keep multitasking at a minimum. When you're working, focus on your job. Do one thing at a time. Trying to do multiple things at a time means that you're not being very effective at any one thing. For example, if you're in a Zoom meeting, Focus on that Zoom meeting. Don't try to check your emails. Don't try to finish up that report that you need to get done when you're in the middle of a Zoom meeting. Try to do one thing at a time. This is a good way to stay productive while working from home. Okay, you may be able to do a little bit of multitasking while working from home, such as going and putting in a load of laundry right before you jump into work, but just be sure that you're not spending 30 minutes just to go do a 5-minute task. My next tip for you is to make sure that you take breaks. Getting up from your desk is so refreshing, trust me. Sometimes we want to sit there and grind until we finish a task, but a lot of times our minds will turn into a block. We'll get a block in our mind and we're just not as effective as we could be if we would just give our minds a break. So getting up, taking a walk, getting up and grabbing just a glass of water to get a drink, getting up for a few minutes to pet your dog, all of these can be great quick, short breaks while you're working from home. And my last productivity tip for you for working from home kind of piggybacks off of the last taking a break tip. So make sure that you set a timer. When you do take breaks, set a timer so that you don't end up spending a whole hour taking a break. If you only want to be gone for 15 minutes, set a timer for 15 minutes. That way you don't spend too much time and waste time while you're trying to take your break. Breaks are important, but we don't want to waste too much time while taking a break. Otherwise, we won't get our work done. So there you have it. Those are my tips for you to stay productive while you're working from home. Just because you're working from home doesn't mean that you can't get your work done in a timely fashion. If you have something that has worked for you with staying productive while working from home, let us know in the comments. Let's help each other out. Thanks for watching. Happy work from home.